finished studying outdoor recreation and ecotourism at Charles Sturt University and did an outdoor recreation course with Wodonga TAFE. So since then I've been working in the field. So sort of activity leading mostly and a little bit of rafting work. Through sort of all high school was always intended to end up working in the outdoors, but when I finished school I sort of went down a different path, but then I went overseas and worked at a summer camp in America and just really kind of realized, yeah, this is what I want to be doing. So I came back all inspired and thought, yeah, let's give this a crack, and yeah, don't regret it for sure.
My outdoor studies so far have involved heaps of different stuff. Last year it was just a whole lot of trying out some new things. So we did canoeing and caving and lots of hiking and ski touring, which was a bit of a disaster. What else? Gosh, we've done, and all your abseiling and vertical rock rescue type things. And then this year, your second year is kind of more of specialisation in what you want to do. So I did multi-pitch rock climbing and a bit more abseiling. And then we had our core bush as well, so we had our advanced hike at the end of this year.
So my job is the leader of outdoor education and environmental studies at Catholic College in Wodonga here. That involves teaching in the classroom and also leading experiences mainly in the senior school, but we've got a team here of teachers who work right from year 9 in our program right through. So my job's coordinating that program as well. As well as actually getting out there in the field and doing some trips.
I have a company called the Fastline Bike Academy, which is specializing on the mountain bike skills coaching, and because that I'm working with Wodonga TAFE as an outdoor recreational teacher, and helping certificate 3 students became mountain bike guides.
Basically it's getting people on the water, canoeing on the Murray River. It also involves training school kids on how to canoe and paddle and how to appreciate and respect the river. It's part of what we do as well. But all parts, it's mostly trying to get people out doing stuff and enjoying the river that we have available to us here and the other waterways in the area as well.
There's a world of benefits to outdoor education and recreation. Some of the main would be just escaping from the cities, especially for school groups and stuff like that. Getting to see the wonderful places and also just learn a huge amount of skills. A lot of these skills can be used in everyday life that I didn't know 2 years ago before I started this course. So yeah, I'd say there's it's not just the outdoor recreation skills, there's a lot you can bring home.
I definitely think that kids who are locked up all day and never get outside are going to have, be deprived of a childhood. And I think some kids don't get, in the city, they don't get the opportunities that some kids do to get outside and to go hiking, to go canoeing and to do other outdoor activities. So when they get on a school camp, I think it's a great opportunity for them to see what else they can be doing.
I think in children, I'd say it develops their brain, see what's outside in the environment, because a lot of places are built up with like sky rises and kids are just exposed to technology and they don't go outside anymore because they play with their Xboxes and all that. So I think outdoor recreation, getting out there, they experience what's outside, get their hands dirty, learn a bit about themselves, sort of a developing thing for them, learn about their strengths and weaknesses, and yeah, they learn about the environment while they're in a different surrounding.
I always feel that when I get outside, sort of go on a bushwalk and sit on top of a mountain somewhere, you know, I don't feel like a sort of Buddhist monk sitting there meditating, but I don't have to be thinking about all of the other stuff that's just constantly on my mind. I'm so busy, like when I'm back in the real world, per se, I'm so busy thinking about either what other people are going to think about what I'm currently doing, or the consequences of what I'm currently doing, or what I'm going to do tomorrow or the next day or in a year or 10 years. I get so caught up in that I'm not thinking about now and enjoying what's going on now. When I get out and away from especially technology and even other people to some extent, I'm able to just sit there and just go, this is a nice view, or this is a crap view. This isn't much fun. But at least you're being there and experiencing what's going on right then and there.
told you we should have turned right.
We went that way instead of going this way. Now we're there.
I reckon when we overtook your group,
But we're
we
supposed to be camping there.
Gas adventure if we would have gone right there.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
I think we have a generation of nature deficient people, and a lot of stuff comes from that. I think outdoor can be incredibly therapeutic. There's studies that show it's actually 20 minutes in greenery can greatly improve attention deficit disorder, people struggling with depression, mental illnesses. And I think you have that of the outdoor natural setting along with people mentally pushing themselves to do things they wouldn't normally do and jump outside their comfort zone, which can be pretty cool for people. In terms of emotional intelligence, I think when you are in outdoor natural settings, you find people are pushing themselves a lot more, especially mentally, jumping outside their comfort zone, etc. And through that all you have people that are incredibly terrified, and therefore experiencing that or having to work with that, I think people are forced to gain emotional intelligence, learn how to work better socially with people that are struggling.
I think lots of benefits are maybe increasing attention spans on people. You can't just sort of, like lots of times these activities, you got, the internet right in your pocket, so you can sort of be reading a book, pull out your phone and do all these sedentary kind of activities. Sitting on your computer, you can just sort of do anything, but when you're up a cliff face, you can't your focus has to be right there in the moment. And navigating, if you're not giving it your full attention and focus, you find yourself wandering off. Like, it can be hard because often you're doing your navigation in beautiful areas, but I think getting distracted by cool landscapes is a bit better than kind of having to look at your phone, see what everyone else is up to. You're sort of in yourself, focused attention. I think it's quite beneficial for lots of people.
It just offers new experiences and different experiences, and then, like I said before, you're challenged, and I think overcoming challenges and learning to cope with challenges or being uncomfortable in situations and dealing with risk is really important, and it's an important thing to learn as you're growing up, because risk is involved in every aspect of our lives, and if you don't learn to deal with that, then you can really run into trouble later on in life.
Get out there, find a friend that does it. Come along with me if you want. We'll go for a trip and start small, but go abseiling, go for a hike, just go and spend some time up the local hill, and over time you'll just progress into bigger and better things. It's just a matter of doing it.